Morning guys and welcome back. Today we're getting ready to go to Bimmerfest EU in near Rotterdam. We're coming to pick up the M2 and drive that over there because we're doing an exhibition for Eventuri. So we've got a little stand there. The M2's on there. We've got Malte from CFD's F11 M5 Touring over there. And also Nick with the F81 M3 Touring is also joining us. So we're going to meet him at the tunnel. We're going to drive over and then set up for the show tomorrow morning. Now, Bimmerfest is a show that we've never done before, but I've heard very good things. People from the UK have started going over there from a couple of years ago, and the UK continuously gets bigger every year. So when we go over there, it'll be really interesting to see how many UK guys have made it over there, look at the quality of the show, see what they've got on offer, and then we can give you some feedback on whether we think it's worth going there or not. So me and Matt are going to jump in the car. We're going to head over now.
Little.
Yoga. Hi guys, we arrived near Rotterdam last night at around 6 o'clock. This morning we came to the hall at 8 AM to set up. So we've got some special cars on the Eventuri stand today. So we have Nick's F81 M3 Touring. We will be doing a full feature on this car. It has the full M3, M4 running gear, including the engine, suspension, everything that you would expect for a conversion to be running. Obviously, as you can see, he's running the Eventuri intake and the Evolve Stage 2 package on the car as well. And we've also got Malte's from CFD's F11 M5 Touring. So he drove that over from Germany this morning for us. And again, the car's running Eventuri intakes, and it also has the CSF coolers, and it's tuned by Litsky Tuning. As you can see, we've also got our M2 here, providing a bit of brightness in between these two dark cars. The show's been pretty good so far. There's a lot of people from the UK here, which I wasn't expecting. So what we'll do now is take a look around the car show and then show you some of the stuff that we've seen that's pretty cool and what's kind of caught our attention. So this is one of my favourite cars from the show that I've seen. This is Darrell's E30 M3. He's owned it for around 17 years. So I had around 12 years ago an E30 M3 in Hellrot, and I met Darrell at a car show, and he had like the carbon airbox and everything on the car. It was running around 250 horsepower, and I was interested in that mod, and this was before I started Evolve. And he took me out in it. He doesn't remember it, but he took me out in it, and I was sold on the conversion. I actually bought the airbox from Germany, but I never got a chance to fit it on my own car because my friend wrote the car off before I had a chance to do any further work on it. But I mean, the car's in amazing condition, and it's a credit to him. I think it's running around 299 horsepower now, hence the number plate. He said he might be fitting some headers to it so he can get it to over 300. But the car is just in fantastic condition and very, very tastefully modified using sort of period parts. guys have been following us for a while, you may have seen this car before during our coverage of the Essen show 2 years ago. As you know, when we were discussing the M2 CSL GTS coming out when the M2 was originally released, we did say it would probably have an M4 engine in it, which some people believe it should have had from the beginning. So a couple of tuners, including Elitsky, have done this conversion maybe 2 years ago. I think they were one of the first ones to carry out this along with AC Schnitzer. So this car is also running 620 horsepower, has the Eventuri intakes. It's also running the 660 emblem wheel. So these are 19-inch forged with 11 on the rear. So this is another one of my fan favourites, the BMW 3-litre CSL, also dubbed as the Batmobile. So this is in racing trim. Again, you can't go wrong with a car with wide arches and big wings, and this was back in the 60s and 70s. Classic design. Yeah, and next to it we've got a 200 turbo, which looks stock. Again, it's one of my favourite BMWs. Love the wide arches, love the sort of small, aggressive bulldog looks. I'd love to get a drive in one of these, so if anyone's got one and is kind enough to trust me with it, get in touch. This car caught our attention, so it looks like it's a modern take on the 2002. So as you can see, it's got the kind of V-pointed front with the 2002 inspired lights and the swage line. So it looks like it's based on a modern day 2 Series with the retro kind of classic look. The interior is done in the kind of houndstooth middle finish to kind of give it that older type of look. And again, on the rear lights, round, very 2002 inspired. I mean, I think I like it. It's very nice, but the price tag is 107,000 euros, so I'm not sure how many people will pay that, but kudos to them. The car's actually done pretty well. So we've completed the day at Bimmerfest. The stand work for Eventuri went really well. It was really good to have Nick's car, a Maltese F11 Touring, on the stand. The show itself was a kind of good mix of modern, modified cars, and the classics were really cool. It was really good to see the sort of modified E30s there as well, and the E90 SL race car and the 2002 Turbo. We're going to basically head off back to Calais now, catch the train, get back to England. I think there was a lot of people from England over here, which was quite surprising. So I think if you're into BMWs, it's probably worth a trip over, considering it's not actually that far. I mean, in total, it took us about 6 hours, including the train. So we'll probably be back next year. I don't know whether we'll do a stand, but we'll definitely sort of have some kind of presence. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the video, and see you next time. Thank you for watching, guys. If you want to watch more of our videos, you can watch them over here. If you want to watch what YouTube suggests that you might like from our videos, you can watch them over here. As always, if you haven't already, please like our video and subscribe to our channel. If you've got any questions for us, please drop them in the comments below, and we will do our best to answer them for you.